So if you've been following, this is part 2. I just left the park. A helicopter flew overhead and my phone was in the car. But source is like, all right, roll the camera, go with part 2. So let's begin with, this is story time. You know, take what resonates, leave the rest. Your soul will let you know, if this is speaking to you on a soul level. So anyway, back with it. So of course, I'm always asking source questions and my spirit team. So the very next day, the moon itself became part of the breadcrumb. While walking Zoe, my 14-year-old Yorkie, that slow walk, things catch my attention. Source said, watch the moon, and this was around 8:20 a.m. Mind you, my gaze got pulled up and I see the moon clear as day. Then I saw it walking up my driveway. This is where I got the pay attention. So, all right, I clock everything. So now 20 minutes later, I get in the car. I'm pulling out of the driveway. It's gone. I was supposed to make a left with Lola to go to the park, but son made me take a right down where I originally saw the moon, that corner. Moon gone. No clouds, no nothing. Just literally Houdini vanished. Like, what the F? Where'd you go? So that's how I knew, and I got my answer from source that, yeah, the moon is my focal point. So now I started asking, all right, so what are you trying to tell me? That's when I remembered months ago, Spirit pulled me away from, all the moon rituals, moon water, charging my crystals and all that. No reason, no explanation, just a stop. When I get the detach from source and spirit, I don't ask any questions, I just detach and I ask the questions and I get the answers. So it looks like I've reached the later portion of things. So now it's starting to make sense. That pull wasn't random. It was the first step in pulling me out of a false current, a loop, an energy harvesting that they run on the collective. So now I'm asking more questions. So this was on Tuesday. Obviously, we're into Friday. I've been asking questions and I've been getting answers. So me just coming to the park just gave me a download on, what I've been asking. The fact that there was a helicopter flying overhead kind of clued me in of, you're on the right track. So with that being said, come back for part 3 because this one's getting juicy and source is just giving me the pieces as I post, being, I always get downloads, I always get information, and half the time I just sit on it like, what am I supposed to do with these pieces? But it looks like 303 was on that timer when I looked down. So that's source code for me. That's also my dad making his presence known. So with that being said, come back for part 3 because this one's getting juicy.